Hey, what is up everyone? I am Tiana here once again, and man, the grapes is actually, overall, is probably my favorite fruit ever, along with the bananas, apples, or anything like that. Anyways, I'm Tiana here from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos, along with Daffy Duck here also from the Maxi Toys videos as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more Let's Play of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for the Nintendo Gamecube and for the Nintendo Wii as well. So, last time we have managed to take on the forms of, well, what else? The Lemon Kingdom. On the Gamecube version, I did manage to recently take on, or taken down by Fleet Rock. And on the Wii version, that definitely just managed to beat the likes of Mohawk. And today, for this episode, is the fact that we're going to be hit on to probably my favorite kingdom in the whole game. And that appears to be the Grape Kingdom. So as you can see, the first level starts off pretty cool, and that is Sweet Paradise. And what do I mean by that? This place is going to be filled to the brim with, I would say, jelly water, and especially noticeable with some little bit of a familiar sweetie stuff, including in forms of chocolate or anything like that. It always kind of reminds me of Sweet Mountain from Sonic Colors almost, except, well, this game came out first, and then, Sonic Colors came out in 2010, and also this stage also reminds me of Sweet Road Galaxy from the original Super Mario Galaxy, as well as Sweet Mystery Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I thought it was worth mentioning for several references here and there from the future Mario games on one hand. So, anyways, we're gonna go up here because I think this is also a good opportunity to grab some more beats here and there, especially noticeable how the fact that, well, again, it does still take a while to get used to with the actual swimming controls in the DK Bongos fashion, because then again, I'm keep on getting used to with the actual Wii version of the Nintendo Wii version for the most part though. So either way, if we go all the way down here, we might able to come across into, what else? An ambush itself, such as, of course, these returning little underwater bats, as you can see right there, that we have seen since, well, Pineapple Kingdom for the most part though. So either way though, let's just swim down with that water current, and hopefully we would be able to actually get some more beats due to those eating some of these munchers right here. So hopefully, thankfully, it should make things a little bit easier for ourselves. Whilst compared to the Wii version, as I said before, that I'm pretty sure Duffy will point it out whenever he gets into that, he can't able to actually eat these munchers. So, because you get the idea for that little solution right here. Oh yeah, something's worth mentioning also is the fact that today's day is the forms of the 17th of April today, in this case in 2020. So in this case, we're actually on the halfway point on April, according to the actual, the daily, I was really hoping I can get a massive amount of beats right there. Hold on, let me just go back onto the chocolate bar, and then just trying to do a backflip, and then ground pound at the same time, and hop onto here, so just in case we can able to get ourselves, what else, some more combos in here and there, such as, well, for some more beats, such as these guys here, so even then, that's quite a lot around here. Whilst compared to the Wii version, that definitely will point it out whenever he gets into that. So, either way though, that's as far as I can say about it. Also, the music is actually really catchy as well itself too. But I digress. So let's go ahead and grab some more beats from here. And also, just trying to dive down a little bit. I really love the fact that the chocolate bar actually says DK represents Donkey Kong himself, so even then, that's actually pretty cool. So anyways, and also this place is super colorful too, mainly due to the forms of those different colored jellies and stuff like that, which I always appreciate about that specific, vibrant colors and everything. So either way though, let's just keep on tapping the left bongo and sometimes the right bongo. That way we should be able to get ourselves even more beats, as well as some petals, as you can see, that we're going to be falling down with. And here's my favorite part. Booyah! Some more beats! So we got about 449 of them. That's actually plentiful. Especially noticeable how the fact that, then again, this is actually a really good level to rank up some more beats to begin with. So, but anyways, we'll get ourselves 62 more beats, and that leads us to 1,032. So that's quite a lot. And now let's move on to Primeval Ruins, and hopefully we should able to get some more beats until we're able to actually once again manage to reach up to just 4 crests in general, and that should really help out. So either way though, let's take down some more bats from this point here. I think we might guarantee able to get ourselves a whole bunch of beats on that specific segment right here, which either way though, it's always been super achieved or anything like that. So But you know, you get the idea for that little solutions for this point right there. Oh yeah, one thing I totally forgot to mention to you guys out there is the fact that for those of you who lived in UK, at least depending on the forms of, since that we still got ourselves Frozen 2 on the DVD in the UK, that, well, at least depending if you ever to try to get it on shops or something, but then again, though, we have to deal with the forms of the actual coronavirus, you know, personal space in mind. The fact of the matter is, though, is the fact that whenever I managed to come across into the retail version of, you know, the physical version of Frozen 2 DVD in the UK, apparently that I've managed to come across into that odd number that says 0 onto that globe. Apparently, from what I've researched, it was actually region 3. So yeah, that seems very bizarre indeed. At least we haven't got that ever since, I would say in certain Dragon Ball Z DVDs or something, but then again though, that we always attempt to have ourselves number 2 on the actual globe, representing the forms of only being played on the actual UK, you know, just media and stuff like that, so... But you know, you get the drill for this point right there, so either way though, let's just go ahead and get some more beats, despite the fact that I've accidentally messed things up with the actual combos or anything like that. I'm hoping we can able to try this again, and hopefully we would be able to... don't you dare move away from me, or even just swing away from me. Hold on, let me just try this again. Hopefully better luck this time around though, and especially noticeable such as this point right here. Although I would potentially try to able to utilize the ground pound or anything like that, but I'm probably not gonna just do that, because either way, that we, at the moment right now, we actually did manage to reach up for 1,280 beats so far. So naturally speaking, that you might really get the idea for that little part right there, so... Anyways, let's hop on here and get some more beats in the process and toke down these hornets here, and hopefully we'll come across into ourselves into the introduction into these blowfish kind of enemies like here, and then you have to just simply just pull his tongue out until whenever he just managed to get himself defeated. So yeah, it's all self-explanatory for the most part though, so either way though, no bananas around in this bottom part, so it's kind of weird how the fact that in every single parts of this level has always been activated with just a simple clap. So, because unlike the Wii version that Duffy will point it out whenever he gets into that, actually I'll mention more, he will mention more about it whenever he gets onto that, so let's go ahead and get some more beats. That gives us 103, so I think we actually got enough as it is, and then hopefully we should get ourselves, you know, some more quests in mind. So either way though, let's go ahead and obtain a grape. So hopefully we would be able to actually just get ourselves a glorious, delicious treat. I think my favorite variation of the grapes actually was actually the red ones, because the red ones are so good. Even compared to the green ones, I found it very alright, but I digress. So here we go with the next boss, which appears to be the next installment of the Tusk bosses, and this time we're faced off against with Grape Tusk. And that takes place in some sort of a desert environment. Even though the entire boss plays out exactly the same as you remember from the Apple Kingdom, except, well, he now got himself his new different attacks this time around though, such as, well, assuming if we're able to get onto the second portion of this fight, that we'll point it out whenever we get into it. So for the most part though, the entire battle remains the same, so you have to like keep on tossing the pineapple bombs right back at his trunk, and then hopefully you should be able to actually deal the amount of damage. You can also take the amount of damage to his body, but it doesn't do that much damage, I'm assuming so anyway, so looks like he's almost down already, so even then though we could expect this much, so yeah, this is a new attack right there, despite I've already got the pineapple bomb right into its trunk, and hopefully we should be able to actually deal the amount of damage to this guy. And there's actually a new attack that he's actually going to be performing. That is, of course, a giant laser. So even then, we have to avoid that. And oh no! That was close. I was going to get myself screwed over at the end right here. But hey, regardless of such, anyway, though, that was a lucky escape. So hopefully we should take him down with just like so. And only 40 HP left for, you know, Grape Tusk in one hand. And hopefully we should be able to actually finish him with a devastating final blow. And there goes Grape Tusk. Once again broke apart, act out like a robot or animatronic robot or anything like that. And that's pretty much it for the Grape Kingdom on the Gamecube version. And once again, no damage run whatsoever. So, feels like I'm actually going to be quite good at this for the most part though. And yep, we get ourselves all 4 of those crests once again. So even then, that actually leads us to 1665, or in this case 1665 beats in total. So either way though, yeah. And for the most part though, I think that pretty much takes care of the forms of, well, I forgot to mention about this for some reason, and that was the fact that, well, this is the final kingdom that's going to take place in. Yeah, I was going to do that, but my right bongo doesn't seem to react to it in time. And that pretty much wraps it up for the K barrel of these kingdoms, as you can see right here. And now we're moving on to the J barrel kingdoms on the GameCube version. Once again, we're going to unlock the next 4 of those kingdoms, so let's see what we got. We got the Cherry Kingdom, and we got ourselves the Peach Kingdom. I'm sure enough we actually got plentiful of those crests, so we can able to unlock them more. And we got the Melon Kingdom, sorry. And finally, the Dome Kingdom. So either way, yeah, we pretty much access to those 4 kingdoms. So, on to you, Mr. Deafy, on to the Wii version's Grape Kingdom, so best of luck. Right, let's see if we can able to not screw this up again for my luck, because most of the time my nunchuck just always attempts to glitch us out all over again. So anyways, let's head on to the Grape Kingdom on the Wii version. So to kick things off, as to be expected, let's head on to the Sweet Paradise level. So either way, thankfully, trying to able to swim in this version, as I said this before, since the Pineapple Kingdom makes things a little bit easier for yourselves, because again, movement with the analog stick is actually pretty easy to the eye. So either way, though, there's not much else we can able to try to say about this for the most part. So yeah, I noticed on the GameCube version on this kingdom is the fact that as you saw, that Tiona just recently did manage to take down the Grave Tusk, in this case the second incarnation of the Tusk boss members and stuff like that. I'm presuming in this version we might able to actually come across into someone different, which we'll probably discuss more about it whenever we get onto the ending portion of the kingdom. So we will expect this matter. So either way though, let's swim to the center. And before you're able to obtain the budget banana, by the way, if you dare to able to actually pop that bubble over, then, oh my god, it's an ambush! And luckily we can able to actually just kill these, you know, these underwater bats, as you can see right here. So either way, that's all pretty swell. So anyway, and unfortunately I've missed out on that banana bunch, by the way, so just in case I could able to actually just try to able to get some more beats as much as I could. So, and yeah, we can't able to actually eat these munchers as we stated out earlier, just because unlike the GameCube version you can. So even then though, because you know, in the Wii version the clapping attack is a little bit more different than the forms of how it does it on the GameCube version for sure, because either way though, that, yeah. Alright, let's just try to able to get some more beats due to, or bananas I should say, due to this bee here, so we can at least able to actually grab some more beats from here. I think I actually just managed to left that one behind, so unfortunately I just didn't get a chance to get a grips with, so anyways, let's grab this heart, although it might be seems redundant to able to obtain the hearts to begin with, just because we've already had full health, so yeah, you get the drill for this point. So anyways, let's go ahead and just try to ignore these guys from now on, because even though it seems to have a little bit more lesser amounts of these munchers compared to the GameCube version, but I think it's probably because it's all depending on the forms of how much beats you're going to be getting, so I would assume for this matter. I'm going to ignore the checkpoint from now on, because at the moment I'm actually still working on this process of this, you know, the combo chain reaction or anything like that, so anyway, let's go ahead and just swim down, and we should be able to hop on to here, and hopefully let's get into this fun part, and that is of course not only just trying to deal with these kinds of enemies like these, but also just trying to fall down all the way down to the bottom, and eventually we might as well able to actually, let's just grab the petals in case, and just obtain some more bananas while simply taking down those whole groups of hornets, and just smack onto these little meteor rocks from the sky, and we should get some more beats, and I think that's pretty much it for the most part. So what does that lead me to? 735. That's pretty top notch, I have to say, for this matter though. And unfortunately though, I don't think we can able to get that much beats on these bonus minigames such as these, just because my arms get super exhausted every once in a while. Now let's head on to Primeval Ruins, which again I do apologize for that pronunciation error, but that I digress. So now we need to get a lot of emphasis on grand slamming for the most part though, unlike clapping, because in the Gamecube version you just simply have to clap before you move on to the next room, whilst in this version this time around you have to get a lot of emphasis on that grand slam attack, so that way you can able to proceed. So something's worth mentioning. So anyways, let's do that in here, so that we can activate the next door. By the way, if you get crushed onto these platforms over there, mainly from top, well, usually from the bottom most likely, you will able to actually lose a life instantly. So you just have to keep that in mind, especially noticeable you really can't afford to able to actually just, well, go all the way back or anything like that. Well, luckily if you get onto the second portion of the kingdom, that if you somehow accidentally lose a life, due to its instant death crushed segments, like such as almost like I've almost getting crushed right here, but if you manage to crush onto that specific crushing segment, then you won't able to respawn onto that second portion of the kingdom luckily, but unlike the Gamecube version you have to do it in a single playthrough, so either way though, or a single run through I should say, so either way, unless if you're trying to able to pause the game and to select the try this kingdom again option, so yeah, you get the drill for that point. So, as you can see on screen, we now managed to come across into these little snake heads, which I don't think Tiana actually mentioned about that during the forms of the Gamecube version. So, in this case, that in order to be able to actually just progress through some of the portions of the level, that you have to simply just clap onto these snake little heads, so that way it actually leads you to the next portion of the level. So, yeah, something to classify that, so even way though, let's just go ahead and go from swing to swing with those chimps and stuff like that, and hopefully you should be able to actually just get some more beats from here. And before we get on to that though, let's, darn it, I accidentally lost my beats or bananas, or well, usually relatively speaking just the health in general, so I keep thinking of the Gamecube version for some reason. So anyways, let's take down this blowhole fish, and we should be able to continue things onwards. But before we continue on to that, we need to take down these stronger variations of these hornets here and ground pounds and perform 2 combo at least, so that way we can able to get some more beats here, so we can expect that much. And before we continue for this point, there's some more beats here, or bananas I should say, so either way though we could able to grab some more. And I think for the most part though, excuse me, I think for the most part though is the fact that I just keep on messing things up. No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine and dandy, because either way though, if I somehow mess things up with that specific technique, then otherwise I'll be simply pretty much damned by that. So, really? 1, 2, 3 beats? The exact same amount as in what Tiana has already done? Okay, that seems a little bit convincing, so I guess we'll just have to cope with it, I suppose. So anyways, let's hop onto this grape and try to get some more bananas for this point here, in addition to able to having another set of bananas with these health in mind. And, oh, we got ourselves another rock fight. I wonder how long we actually done that before. Oh, wait a minute, we actually come across into a different counter with rock, which this time we have is hard rock. Definitely gets a little bit more trickier for the most part at this point now, just because of more attacks to his disposal, and also the requirements to able to actually just to take down the smoke of egg. So, yeah, this is where it gets a little bit harder. So, anyways, let's go ahead and just take this guy down, or take down the egg for that matter. I don't think we can able to deal that much damage at this point in time. Especially don't get me started until whenever we get on to the last rock fight on this version, and as well as the ones on the Gamecube. But even then, we'll talk more about it whenever we get onto the future portions of this Let's Play during, well, for the most part until likely, oh no, dang it, I was so close for that too, that was so unpredictable right there. And as you can tell, as far as out of all the actual boss fight selections in this game, especially compared to the forms of, well, between the Kong battles as well as the Rock Hog battles, and even especially noticeable with the Tusk battles, this one's actually probably my least favorite types of boss fights. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is pretty cool to able to actually just to fight against with them, but most of the time I'm not very good at them, so even then I think that's the perfect example of why I'm not exactly... Oh, that was close. If it goes like 5 units of health left, I'll be like, oh, really? Kind of scenario. But regardless of everything else though, we did manage to take down Hard Rock indeed, so... But unfortunately though, we actually ended up in a roughest run, I'm afraid. But luckily, we still got plentiful of bananas until we're able to get ourselves, what else? Some 3 crests. So, in addition with just 1 simple crown itself too, so... There we go, we get the idea for that solution right here, so we can now able to move on to the next kingdom until at some point in next Monday, which I think next Monday will be a World Classified for saying the 20th of April will be next time. So either way though, that pretty much takes care of the Grape Kingdom, so how's that for that one? So yeah, I was gonna able to do that trick game, but unfortunately though, that again, due to my skills and especially noticeable with my, well, nunchuck sometimes just always mess me up. But oh well, it's no biggie, and no big deal, or anything like that, so... The 8th crown that we've now obtained. So either way though, and I think we've now going to be unlocking the final kingdom on the J Barrel on the Wii version, and that is the Cherry Kingdom. So we got to end things off at this point right there, I'm afraid guys, so join us next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Is the fact that we're going to be taking on the forms of the Cherry Kingdom. So see you guys until on Monday. Later fellas.